We mentioned Universal Zulu Nation. I just want to finish up with that story. But you said that it wasn't as simple as, stopping fighting and starting breaking. When you came home from that trip to Africa and Europe, what vision did you have in your mind, and how did that end up becoming the Zulu Nation?
Well, definitely coming back and seeing what we seen in Mother Africa, and taking different things that I seen there, and taking the different ideologies that I learned from people like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, seeing the Panther Party, Young Lords, and SNCC and CORE and all those groups that was happening at the time. And I seen the movie Zulu with Michael Caine, fighting against the British with the imperialism they was trying to put on the indigenous South Africans. It played a big role in me that I said, when I get of age, I'm going to have me a Zulu Nation. Didn't know what I was going to have, but then I started adding, from all the different ideologies and stuff that I was reading, whether it was on hearing Malcolm X or Honorable Minister Farrakhan, hearing speeches from the Young Lords, hearing Gary Bird and the GB Experience on the radio, playing, talking over certain instrumental songs, which I incorporated into my shows when I used to DJ, playing speeches of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X over instrumental, even Trans-Europe Express and stuff like that. So taking all that and putting it together, that's when I decided to formulate the Zulu Nation off the backs of what we had as the Black Spades and the 70 Immortals, the Savage Skulls, Savage Nomads, and all the groups that was happening at the time.
And how was that transition? Was it as simple as start fighting, start breaking?
Well, it definitely wasn't you just hear the music and start fighting, because you also had certain things at parties that might have caused little beef or something. You stepped on the new fresh sneakers, or you look at somebody, woman wrong. But music definitely played a big role in calming down a lot of beef in the streets, because people started to want just music more, the breaks. They wanted the funk. They wanted to feel the bass. They wanted to feel the rhythm. They wanted to hear these old rare songs that they ain't heard before. It wasn't being played on the radio. So this definitely played a big role to many of the brothers and sisters to start liking this. And as it progressed more and more people started getting involved, then it became a feel good to go to some of the parties. There are other parties where people want to enjoy themselves, they get high, or they get a little crazy and dancing and feeling the groove. And the others that came because they just felt the rhythm and the vibration and was the place to be on the weekends and sometimes the weekdays. Sometimes we could play from Thursday to Sunday. And it wasn't like the DJs today. You have 10 DJs. They come and just play with their Serato or play an hour or two. It used to be like one DJ or 4 DJs or whatever crew you had, and you come with 10 crates, 15 crates, and you could play from 6 to 4 in the morning.
Crates of vinyl, correct?
Crates of vinyl. Vinyl and 45s.
This week on London Real, we have the English rapper, poet, and journalist, Akala.
Hate by the pound surrounds my reflection. I do this for my own protection.
If I didn't go to Pan-African Saturday School, if I didn't grow up in the Hackney Empire, if I didn't listen to Wu-Tang Forever or read the autobiography of Malcolm X when I was 9, would I be the person I am today? Probably not.
One too many man that could have been doctors end up spending the whole life boxed up.
Hip-hop was my life. It was something I lived. I loved interacting with it. I wrote lyrics every day. I was in battles.
Cause to me, all they do is breed conflict.
First time I saw someone get stabbed, I was 12, and it was a little poke. It was a meat cleaver in the back of a guy's head. I had other teachers that felt that a person from my racial, cultural, economic background, and certainly from my socioeconomic background, should not have been top of the class. These were guys who were doing well in the street, but they'd spent so much of their life in and out of prison, etc. But they were like, you don't want to be like us. You know, you're clever. In fact, if you drop out of school, we're going to give you a hiding.
Yeah, they say you are British, and that lovely patriotism they feed you. But in reality, you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders.
If the music is good enough, if the visual is good enough, if your online interaction is decent, you can keep your integrity and have a career.
If we're honest, true strength is the strength to be honest.
Ultimately, any power structure in the world wants to stay powerful.
On Sunday, London Real presents Akala. Knowledge is power.
It's fear, but at 20, you can't admit it's fear.